Welcome to NASCAR America Overtime. So it's an off weekend for NASCAR for good reason, Easter holiday.
Yes.
So let's sort of do a little reset. 9 races in, no question it's Gibbs and Penske. Do you give one the advantage over the other?
I'm going to give it to Penske. No, I'm going to give it to Gibbs.
Oh,
and the only reason I'm going to give it to
really
Gibbs, I'm going to change my mind already. No, here's why. Because they've won with 3 of their 4 drivers.
Yeah.
So it's one thing, I know Penske's won with 2 of their guys, but Ryan Blaney's been a little bit of a distant third.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a coin flip.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you guess at this point?
And it is, and I'll give it to Penske, just because they've won with 2 of their drivers, but Ryan's led a lot of laps and run up front. He's just made mistakes or things have happened that have relegated them to not the best finishes. But it is a coin toss between those 2 teams right now. Everybody else is a distant third. And I mean a distant third. I don't mean that they've risen to that level where they can contend week in and week out for a win like these 2 teams do.
Well, and the problem is they're winning at every style of racetrack. They're winning multiple different ways. Sometimes it's with good strategy. Sometimes it's a good pit stop. Sometimes it's the fastest car. A few times it's been all 3, and they really have dominated. But I think that's the concern. Like Kyle said, when you talk about those 2 organizations, who's third? I don't know, right? I mean, maybe Stuart Haas, but that's even a maybe.
And I'll say this. Let me chime in here. I'll say who's a distant third? Kurt Busch at Ganassi.
Yeah,
There you go. I mean, here's a guy, a team and a car that didn't perform very much at all last year. Kurt Busch gets in it. That's been a surprise, but he's my distant third as far as just being a guy and a team that's just been there week in and week out.
So I was going to ask you guys, do you have a surprise, the biggest surprise? Would it be Kurt Busch, or would it be, good or bad, the fact that Stuart Haas is not sort of in the conversation?
My surprise is Kurt Busch's teammate, Kyle Larson. We just showed you what the playoff standings look like. He's outside the playoffs currently, and it's a mix of everything. Uncompetitive runs, bad luck, some tire issues. If there's a way to have a poor run, they have found it. Not all by their own doing, right? Sometimes it's an accident. I guess that's my point. And what the struggle of the whole situation is that Kurt Busch is running so well in his first year there. I mean, like right here, look, it's 3 wide, damage to the left rear, turns into a flat left rear tire, and you're in the fence. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say what they should have done, but I don't know if I'd have done anything different. I'd have ended up in the fence too.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I watch Kyle and watch incidents like this and some of the things that have happened to him, it's things happen early in a race. You've put yourself in a bad position for a bad outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're making your own luck to some degree. I heard Jeff Gordon say it the other night. You make your own luck in a lot of ways. Just ease up. Let that guy have that position 50 laps into a race, 25 laps into the race. Come back and get him later on, but you can't force an issue every lap.
And they better change their mentality.
Yeah.
Because if they keep saying, we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to win, they can miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, we're 9 races through, right? I mean, it's basically over a third of the regular season is over. Yeah. So I've been on those teams. I was on Jeff Gordon's team when we missed the playoffs in 2005. Couldn't happen. Yeah. Couldn't happen. Guess what? It happened.
Yes, it happened.
So, at some point you have to understand who you're racing.
All right, 2 mentions for honorable mention for biggest surprise. Kyle said I'm the most dressed up that
Yes, you are. I've never seen anybody this dressed up on Motor Mouth.
These are my Easter colors. Or is the honorable mention number 2 that this is the first time Kyle and I have been on a show together in 2019.
No way.
How about that?
Give it up.
I just thought your email was broken.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't know where she'd gone.
I'm normally here on Thursdays, but you can join us every weeknight, 5 p.m. for NASCAR America. Thanks for watching.
Hey, NASCAR fans. Thanks for checking out the NBC Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe below for the latest NASCAR news, race highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.